that every question has an E, S, or a G label, and just, when I think of it, it's the Ari Memorial thing. I was just looking at that too. So anyway, the thing I would actually, let me take that down a notch to say, beyond that, I think that I think Lenora covered the big picture on the big G issue very nicely. I think and I think Ari is also articulating very nicely that it's not new and that there are governance evaluation processes. I would actually take this down to maybe what I might refer to as the little g, and basically say that the governance of sustainability, or ESG, within a fund is something that I actually think it's a place I think actually GRESB wants to be there, but we're not quite there yet. And the issue there is saying, in broad terms, performance without process is luck. And I don't, as an investor, the issue is, what is your governance of the performance process? And so the issue is, how are we aligning your policies, your procedures, your interventions, your performance monitoring, and your reaction to those? And to me, good governance is the existence of those. You have clear, articulated policies, procedures, and practices. They lead logically to actions that look like you're doing what you said you're doing. And then you care enough to monitor the actions, and then you do something in response to the monitoring. All right, that, I hope, doesn't sound crazy radical, but I bet you that is not, that is just not the status quo. So when I look at little g governance, we have big G governance, which is your board, its diversity, its compensation structure, these really existential things that are really important. Those feed into little g governance, and how does it go down and lead to the essential elements of production that yield better, high value, high performing real estate. And before I get to worrying about your asset level performance indicators, whether you did an energy retrofit or not, those events basically come off as random if they're not embedded within a superstructure. To me, that's governance, the little g governance. And I think that that's a direction that as a community, we could do better to collectively articulate those standards of sustainability governance, and then within those, better understand what we're doing, why we're doing it, and what we get from it. But that's just a perspective.